Hi gamers, it's me. This video will be covering recommended game settings and is a part of a small mini-series that I'm doing for the Shadow of the Mad King Halloween Festival in Guild Wars 2, but more specifically looking at tips and tricks for farming the Mad King's Labyrinth for Mega Giga Gold per hour. The settings suggestions in this video are completely optional and down to personal preference, so I recommend testing them out, playing with them and seeing how you like it. So let's get started. Make sure to have checked AoE loot on interact. This means if you are having to still press F to loot the enemies, it's going to do it in an area around you rather than just the single ad that you're on top of. Auto loot pickup and quick enemy interact are also all going to help you, especially if you do not yet have the Pact Commander Advanced Logistics. This is the one that you ought to be focusing because instead of getting the little loot pop-up table where you can click which ones you want to go in your inventory, it will just automatically put them in here. And having all of these three options enabled means that that is going to be happening automatically for you. You're not even having to press anything to interact and collect your loot. Going back to the taking care of yourself, enabling playtime reminders will let you know every hour on the hour the amount of time that you have been spent playing that day. I like having this because it sometimes helps me sort of like, make a little bit of a reality check and be like, oh, I haven't filled my water bottle up because I forgot. I recommend it, especially if you're going to be sitting down for several hours farming the same content over and over again. In the general options, but a bit further down in the combat movement area, make sure to uncheck promote skill targeting so that the game doesn't stick to a single target. I recommend checking auto target because if you are using your skills and you don't have a target selected, it's going to just pick one for you, which should theoretically increase the amount of ads that you are tagging without having to put too much additional thought into it. Allow skill retargeting should be enabled. This allows you to select a target, start casting a skill, and if that ad dies before the skill reaches, it will go on to the next one. This one and the auto targeting work really well together. Turn off your auto attack by pressing Ctrl and right click. You'll get that little arrow around it. If you undo that, it will help you refrain from dealing too much damage to one enemy. In your control options, I recommend you keybind an auto run option. This way you can, I'm not pressing anything right now, right? You can just auto run and not have to worry too much about holding down the W key. Another option to consider could be to enable Action Cam. Action Cam changes the perspective of the game, so instead of having to tap target between enemies, you simply just aim the crosshair dot thingy at the enemy that you want to hit, cast your spells, and it goes similar as if you were perhaps playing Smite or an FPS type of thing. You have to actually physically aim. I will never do this intentionally. Action Cam players are a different breed. If it helps you, go ahead, but that life is not for me. One final recommendation, which might be different for each individual player, is to check the graphic/video settings, which is on the second tab down, and I would recommend either selecting the best performance preset or at the very least decreasing the model character limit and the model character quality, as well as unchecking high-res character textures and effect LOD, as you are going to be running around with at least 30 to 50 people in the labyrinth, which will plummet your frames if you do not alter your graphic settings for this. And that is about it. If there are any options or settings that you think I missed that are great specifically for having an easier, smoother time in the Mad King's Labyrinth during the Halloween festival, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out my other Halloween related videos and anything else on my channel that might be of value to you. I hope this helped and thank you for watching.